You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking, bulls rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 422 of the Battle Heroes podcast. I am your host Dave, and alongside me, as always, the KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I'm still not feeling good. Like we have a game in 24 hours, and I'm not excited for it.
I'm excited for it. Less than 24 hours. Yes, Pace Hunter battered suits us. Well, that's how it started. It was supposed to be that way. We're battered fans. We ended up getting messy and things ended up getting better, but that's what it's supposed to be. I wasn't here Saturday after the game. I'm kind of glad I wasn't, honestly, because I probably would have gone off the rails. I've simmered down a bit over the last 48 hours. I'm sure you had fun here without me because I know you are as negative as they come.
Well, it's not negative. I mean, how can you not be negative? Like with an outcome like that, we didn't lose 2-1.
Yes. Correct. Now, I do believe that if Messi nails that PK, the game ends up differently. But if ands or buts don't really mean much, right? But that I do believe, right? Definitely things changed once that happened. Allende being in the starting lineup is ridiculous. It can't keep happening. I'm not sure why it keeps happening. I'm not sure if he is somehow related to Mascherano. And then Honestly's review is saying Danny said we don't need Suarez. Many players easily fill that place, and now Allende and Segovia injured. Well, first of all, I didn't count on injuries. Second of all, I never said anybody was going to easily fill it. I said that if Messi plays the false nine, I still think we'll play well. But he didn't play the false injured? Nine. Yeah, Segovia's not playing tomorrow. But I didn't think that Allende would be starting, to be honest with you. I thought that we could figure out other ways to make up Suarez's absence, and it boggles my mind how obsessed Mascherano is with having Allende in the starting lineup. I mean, I don't really know how or why or what. I was on the Spanish show last night, and I said I'd even throw Lujan up there at this point, the Swiss Army knife. And people thought that I was being a little dramatic, and maybe I was being a bit hyperbolic, but you could put somebody else there. Like, you tell me that Daniel Pinter. I had honestly, I don't keep up with MLS too. I'm sorry, I don't. But I hadn't heard about the guy. He is a striker or forward at least. Put him to start. And then you tell me, well, he just came up from MLS too. I know what I get from Allende already. It can't be worse. And I'm not being funny. It can't be worse. Yeah. So just throw him out there and see what happens.
If you don't get anything from Allende, and you put anybody up there and they don't give you anything, you essentially got the same input.
You lost nothing. So all you did was give yourself a chance to maybe be surprised. Maybe somebody surprises us. Maybe somebody does something that we didn't expect. But stop putting Allende out there. There's other ways you could do this. Was this no, this wasn't. Oh, no, you didn't put up a starting lineup, did you?
No, I put it on Google. Yes.
Okay. So what could we have done differently? Well, we could have had Messi as a false nine, like I said. You could have Segovia maybe on the right. You could have had Jordi Alba as a left winger. You could have had Noah Allen fill in that left back. Like, there's plenty of things you could have done. There's no reason why to keep throwing Allende out there when he is not contributing at all. And he's lucky that Messi got that PK when he did, because nobody's talking about that moonshot that he kicked right after Messi got fouled. because he had a clear shot on goal.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
he
have to
blew
make it. Right. He doesn't have to make it, but put it on target, put it on goal, make the saver, make a save. But he just sailed it. The guy is not good.
Soccer Daddy saying we don't have anyone who can replace Allende. This has got to be the most foolish thing, Soccer Daddy. Come on. Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
No, I was just going to say, I understand why people say that, right? Because they're thinking logically. Logically, I need a forward to replace another forward. I need a striker to replace another striker. We need somebody that plays Allende's position. But Allende isn't playing well. So put somebody else over there. Put Santi Morales over there. Put Daniel Pinter over there. I understand that it's not conventional, but he is giving you nothing. You cannot tell me something that you saw over the last couple of weeks that Allende did that you can't tell me that you can't put somebody else in there to give you the same. You're not losing anything because he's not giving you anything. So all you're doing is saying, well, maybe they'll surprise us and give us something. And if they don't, well, we got the same exact contribution that Allende would have given us.
My whole problem here, Danny, is people are saying this. Isaiah says no depth in this team. We're cooked.
It's true.
The problem is you have a manager that can manage this team. We still have guys. I mentioned this in the post game. You still have Messi, Busquets, Alba, and Rodrigo de Paul. Like, these are not like rando bando guys. These are top-notch players on this team. You can't manage that, Mascherano? Like, I mean, are we going to get into Tata, like having a little fancy interview and basically saying, like, I'm done with my personal thing in Argentina and I'd love to come back to the MLS?
Would you bring him back here if you could? I'm curious if the chat would bring him back here.
What? In an alien spaceship, I would.
Right, but I'm wondering if the chat, because I know a lot of people were Tata out, so I'm wondering if they are okay running it back with Tata, or if they're saying, no, I don't want Tata either. Give me somebody else. Because at this point, you're trying out a third person.
I mean, look, Saga Daddy's saying once gone, never comes back. Dennis saying I'm begging for Tata. Me, M says yes. Jack Cart says absolutely not. I mean, CS is saying not now. Like,
but why absolutely not? Because the defense was bad? Because that was the complaint, right? The defense was bad.
There's a lot of
Has
no
it
Tata.
been better this year? I mean, our attack was much better.
Who else are we bringing in, Soccer Daddy? Javier Morales.
Tata has the perfect resume for a team like this that plays in this league.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Esa Bandito says at this moment, I'd say bring Phil Neville back. I'm down.
And I'm a little under the weather, so if I sound weird, that's why. I apologize.
It was a disturbing game last game. And now we're about to play another team who beat us 3-0 just the game before for big stakes.
Somebody just commented, once somebody's gone, they're not coming back. Don't be surprised if he doesn't end up back in Atlanta. Ronnie Dyla has been terrible in Atlanta. This past weekend, they were officially eliminated from playoff contention, which we're going to talk about that on the MLS show at 10 o'clock if you guys want to stick around, hear a little MLS talk. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Tata show up in Atlanta again. So, and how juicy would that be for the Atlanta-Miami little rivalry we got?
Oh, that'd be beautiful. And Xavier Penny's mentioned exactly something I wanted to mention today. Xavier Penny says the good news is Silvetti is good and is signed. The bad news is when he was interviewed, he said, I had an injury. It's been almost 3 months since I last played a full 90 in a match. We're bringing on a guy that literally just got out of a body cast.
I would honestly be surprised if I found out that he had no injury history. Like, if we sign somebody that is like, hey, this guy has no history of injuries, that would surprise me. So,
and Mike V already dropped the hammer. Says when I fired Tata, I banned him from ever coming back. So that's it. Discussion's
thank
over.
you, Mike B, for
Mike
doing
B.
that, and you obviously put us in a much better place right now. All right, Chris. I was talking to you earlier today about something that I saw on social media. I didn't tell you the specifics. I wasn't sure if you had seen it or not, but it got me a little worried. I'm sure people might have seen this on social media. So when we win, social media puts out a post, right? And it has the score line. And when we win, who does it usually show in the picture?
It shows Messi.
And when we lose, who does it usually show? Anybody but Messi, right? It shows Noah Allen, yes. Wade God. Yes. Like if we're losing, none of the big guys are showing up on that graphic, right? It's done on purpose. When we're playing a game and we're not sure if Messi's playing, all of a sudden that post, like 2 hours before, gives you a picture of Messi's jersey hanging. You're like, oh, he's playing. Everybody gets excited.
Yes.
It's done on purpose, right? Because you want to promote Messi's playing, right? All positive things. So today, in the morning, scrolling through social media, and I see that they're promoting Miami Freedom Park. And this is the picture that they have. Now, I want you to tell me what you think when you see this. Because I saw this, and I thought, maybe I should worry. What do you think about this? Oof. I mean, I know I laid it out for you, right? I don't know if you would have thought this if I didn't lay it out the way I did. Obviously, I led you to where you're thinking right now. But am I wrong for thinking that way?
No, you're not. Jordi Alba signed. No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rodrigo De Paul is probably going to make a fat earning after this.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. Like this, if you have Messi locked, you would put him on there. No?
Like I know technically he's not officially signed, but you can still throw his picture up there. I wouldn't doubt, and I have to look back, but pretty sure he's been pictures of. I've seen Messi when they promoted it. I've seen pictures of Messi, and I could be wrong. Is this not a little? Because up until this morning, at no point did I ever worry like Messi will be here. Like I have 100% he'll be here. I saw this and I said.
And look at this 2026 season membership starting at just $40 a match. Like if you put Messi in there, you don't even need to exclaim the prices. People are going to go. Like, why are you trying to sell me $40 per match seats? I mean, is this going to be Miami Marlins all over again?
No,
like
no.
That's
$40 seats are the nosebleeds.
Okay, hold on, because there's people that are answering here. Mitch is saying, I don't think it means anything. I think they just don't want to spoil that he's going to resign because officially it hasn't happened. He literally leaked to himself that he had preseason in January.
Okay.
And Amanda agreeing. Good call. I don't know, man. If I'm an organization, I would put 100%. Messi's face.
So would I. Up until now, I've been 100%. This brought me down to like 90. 85. I was like, oof, well, maybe. I'm still pretty high up there. I'm still 85, 90%. But I went from 100 to like, oh, okay, maybe. And for the record, Rodrigo De Paul is alone. And I'm pretty sure, although everybody expects him to be bought, right, and sign a contract with us,
that's not even confirmed either.
It's not guaranteed, right? I don't think that's a guarantee that he's going to be here. Right, like we expect it alone. I don't think that that's a guaranteed contract already. So for those of you talking about the contract, I'm pretty sure Rodrigo De Paul technically isn't a locked deal yet either.
No,
and Rubita, yes, we'll get to that. Rubita, we'll get to that. Calm down.
I mean, look, Rubita's asking, how can we win tomorrow? I listen. We don't have a better answer than what you have. Okay, like. And Mascherano definitely doesn't have it either. He just wants to give the ball to Messi and let everybody else just hover around him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I do believe that Messi will be back, but this was the first time that a little tinge of doubt crept in my mind. Like, oh, maybe could this be?
Oh man.
Could he really not be here next year? So I still think he will be. But this is the first time that I thought to myself, "Ooh, what would that look like? What would that
I mean,
look
you
like?"
really put your aluminum tinfoil hat on today.
Yeah, I mean that's a little worrisome.
Yeah.
It's a little worrisome. All right, so Chris, let's make Rubita happy. Moving on to tomorrow, Seattle, the rematch. Does Obed Fernandez punch Busquets in the face when he sees him?
I don't think so.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I mean, Dennis Lopez
your
just wants to
starting
get
11 be
right
tomorrow?
to the end of it. 4-0.
You want prediction?
Yeah, he just gets right to it. I'm gonna look at the starting 11 here. I'm gonna plop on this Google Pong stuff here. I would again not start Allende. I would start Messi up top.
Okay, but Segovia isn't available tomorrow.
Okay, I would start Morales because that's the only other center midfielder. Because look, this was our bench last game. This is what I put up last game. Our bench for last game. And the only midfielder we have here is Santi Morales. So I would start Santi Morales. I'd start Noah Allen and move Jordi Alba to left wing. That's what
I thought that maybe we'd finally come to our senses and not start Allende. But once I saw that this guy, what's his face, Segovia was out, they're gonna start Allende. They're gonna start him. Like if they started him when Segovia was available, and you could have possibly moved Jordi Alba up. Fafa's injured. Segovia's injured. Baltasar Rodriguez was randomly injured out of nowhere. Suarez is suspended.
I mean, this is our worst nightmare. Like, we wanted to get to the end with all of our players intact. Half the roster is filling rooms at the Baptist House, South Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Wookie Segovia didn't practice. Yes, I believe they already said that he wasn't going to play tomorrow. So, Obando injured. So it's a little worrisome because we don't have anybody to really play. So I do believe that we will be seeing Allende.
We tried to get a guest on East Review, but we just couldn't finagle getting the guest.
For the record, no, I'm gonna put it out there because you guys requested the scorching lobsters. Scorching, what is it?
Scorching I don't know.
All right, somebody scorching something. But it's a Seattle podcast, so we tried to get them instead of getting the Cameron and Nick that we've always had on before. So we went with them. They didn't reply, and I wasn't gonna go and hit up these guys last minute since I didn't ask them earlier. So, but we don't really need a guess. We already had. I forgot. I'm sorry.
I looked it up. It's scorching. Hold on. I just looked it up and now it just escaped me. It is the lobbing scorchers.
Lobbing.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah.
Right. Lobbing scorchers.
All right. So I will tell you what I think, and thank you. My 101 gold. My daughter gave me this for my birthday. So, actually, something else that I got for my birthday. I'm gonna go off on a tangent for a second. Chris, I'm throwing our names in. Somebody that watches this show, because I'm sure somebody from the front office at some point just tunes in just to see what nonsense we're talking. We want to be part of the media game. I don't know about Chris. I want to be part of the media game. Okay, I'm gonna put it. I want to be part of the media game. There's nobody out there. I promise you. There's other great podcasts. There's other great people that cover. Nobody puts out as much Inter Miami content as your boys here in the Battered Herons. Nobody. I challenge you to find somebody. Nobody talks Inter Miami more than us. We deserve to be in that game. With that said, my wife, no, actually my mother and my wife, because I know my wife told my mother, got me these bad boys. And I said, ooh, but you know when I want to wear these? I want to hold these and put these on ice. I want to wear them at Miami Freedom Park. I want you guys to host a media game, and I want to be invited because I want to play with these bad boys on that pitch. Nobody provides more content than we do, so I would like to be called. I just want to put that up.
I mean, you do know that we have to apply for media passes. Like, you do know that.
That's not true. I've seen plenty of people show up to the media games that don't even know what Inter Miami is, and they just randomly show up.
I know that.
So
but imagine how worse it's going to get in Miami. These people were willing to drive to Broward County. It's going to get worse when it's in Miami.
No, I don't care. And my foot isn't going to grow. I'm not growing. I'm shrinking, if anything, Mike V. So whatever. I'm putting it out there. I don't care. I want to be part of it.
Vice Rose says asking Danny
and
Chris,
it's not for no other reason. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say for no other reason. I just want to play on that pitch. It's literally the only reason. I don't care about being considered a media member. I don't be cared about being considered content. I don't care. But if that's the card I got to pull, I promise you, nobody does more content creation than us. Nobody. And I just want to play on the pitch. And if now at this point it'll be at Miami Freedom Park, I definitely want to play on that pitch. So I'm putting myself out there. I don't care. I want to be out there.
So Vice Rose is saying, Danny Chris, why don't you get the chance to try to do a live podcast pre-match like the MLS commentators? We actually considered doing that. Yeah,
but then Drive Pink Dialogue started doing it, and we didn't want to like cramp their style. They're doing it, so we kind of just let them keep doing that. Solana would be invited way before Danny. Maybe. But doesn't stop me from trying.
A soccer player.
Yeah, he played college ball. Yeah, all right. Yeah. So back to tomorrow. So back to tomorrow. I think more than just tomorrow, I think for the rest of this season, Miami should change the way it plays, no matter who's on the pitch. At this point, we've come to realize that this team does not have what it takes to play a high line and to create when teams play a compact defense against them and force them to break them down. Yeah. I think we should go out and start playing the same way we do when we play against teams that we respect. Because when we play against a team that we respect, like Columbus, we respect Columbus. What do? We give them the ball and we defend. We play the counter, and guess what? We beat them. Guess what? What we did in the Club World Cup, we respected them. We played the counter. We did pretty well. Leagues Cup, Mexican teams, guess what? We respect them. We think they could beat us. Play a little more defensive. We didn't play as low as we do against some of the other bigger clubs, but we play a little more respectful. I think we should just do that against everybody. At this point, what's the point of playing that high line when you have Busquets running back there to defend? And when you're getting no effort, by the way. These players that are playing this high line are showing no effort in getting back. Bright was getting beat. Busquets is getting beat deep. There was a give and go from Saha. I forgot who it was. And then he ran around Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul did nothing. He just stared at Saha as he ran by him. Yeah. And then I believe somebody got tackled inside the box, which led to that third PK kick. And Rodrigo de Paul, instead of giving any type of effort, Mr. Engine, he just throws his hands up and complains. Like, oh, what are you doing? Why were you tackling him like that in the box? How about you give some effort? So how about we stop asking these guys to give us effort and we put them in a position to be the lazy bums that they're being, just play a low block and then just push it forward and see what Messi can do. Because obviously that's all we got. We got Messi and the rest of you bums can't do anything.
I think two of the problems are you have one, it's the coach. It's the way that he's strategizing these games. And the strategy is push up high, and then you have one guy sitting back as a safety net. And against a team who's willing to counter you, and Seattle is very, very quick to counter, it's not good. So
that 3-0 loss in the final to Seattle, I don't know if you remember the split as far as possession goes. Do you remember what that was?
No, but I could tell you the
No, I
split
got
on
it in front of me.
possession was 60. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
It was 68 Miami, 32 Seattle.
yeah.
That doesn't work for us anymore. It doesn't. So how about we stop it? We've seen it enough.
Yeah.
We know it doesn't work. Let's try something new.
And in reality, it doesn't use the biggest piece of engine you have in attack, which is Jordi Alba pushing from the left, especially considering that now we don't have Luis Suarez, who has also been a pretty good distributor on the offense this year.
It's
Like, I don't know if you noticed in the last game, but Jordi Alba, the moment that Noah Allen came in, he was just all over the place. He went up to left wing. He was in the center of the pitch. Sometimes he was a little too high. Like, he was just wherever he could find space.
I didn't get to watch the show on Saturday night. How much of the loss did you attribute to turf?
That is a comment that I just starred, and I forgot to bring it up. I said that that's no excuse.
Okay.
That's no excuse. That is,
the last
one of
two
the
games we
most
lost
dumbest
3-0. No, and that's fair. I don't think it should be an excuse also, but I wouldn't say that it's not a factor. I do think
It
it's
does
not an
contribute.
excuse. You should not lose 3-0 to anybody. I don't care if you're playing on dirt, in the water, on clouds. Like, you should not lose 3-0 to anybody, especially with you have the team that you have. But I do think it contributes to the fact that the last two losses that we got our ass kicked, they were both on turf in Seattle and then in Charlotte.
Yeah.
But again, that's no excuse. And tomorrow we're playing at home, so that excuse doesn't fly either.
Well, I mean, but how much can you contribute it to turf, right? I know that it's hard on the knees for the players. I know that the ball skips. It doesn't grab as well as normal grass, right? But we don't have any rules in place like other big leagues where they make it mandatory that you have to have grass. I mean, look, Xavier Penny saying Philadelphia lost 7-0 to Vancouver. Long trip on turf. So then what does that say about the players that play on turf all the time?
They're accustomed to it. They're accustomed to those bounces. Wasn't that, remember we had Vancouver, and I forgot the guy's name. I'm pretty sorry. I'm bad with names if anybody ever watches these. But the guest we had from Vancouver, the one that's in a cabin, I forgot his name. But don't you remember? He said, hey, it's not that big of an advantage, but in the first half, it usually is because it takes the opposing team a little while to adjust to the bounce because it's not a bounce. It's almost like a skip. So it does play. And again, it's not an excuse, but it does contribute.
Francisco's here saying Messi missed the PK because of the turf.
Oh, I don't
You're
know
going to blame the PK take on the turf?
That you could have played that anywhere.
Free throw.
Kalina was playing that all the way. He was waiting for that.
That was a free throw.
All right, Chris.
And you're going to say it's because of the turf?
Now, off the top of my head, turf, Seattle, New England, Atlanta, Vancouver, right? Those are the four teams. Is there anybody else that has
Charlotte?
Turf? And Charlotte. Thank you. Okay.
Charlotte.
I'm going back to the beginning of last year. Or no, I'm going to go back to – so let's see how Miami's performed on turf. I'm doing this real time, okay? I didn't do this beforehand. So the first time that in the Messi era we played on turf was on October 21st. That was Messi's first loss as an Inter Miami player. Okay? We lost. That's one loss. And then the next time we played on turf would be, as I look here, New England. Oh, no, that was at home.
Portland also has artificial turf.
Okay, I'm looking for when we played. You're going to have to filibuster here while I do this, Chris.
Well, I'm looking at the list. Seattle, Vancouver, Portland, New England, Atlanta, and Charlotte are the only teams that have artificial turf, right?
Okay.
Now, as far as, you're looking back, I imagine.
Yeah. So in the Messi era, we lost to Charlotte. We beat New England 4-1, so we're 1-1 at that point. And then the next time we played on artificial grass was against Atlanta. No, wait, I'm looking at this wrong. Because this game was played in Miami. I'm gonna have to do this later because I don't want to get this incorrect. But I am curious to see how in the Messi era what our record is on turf, because I have a feeling that we don't play very well on turf, because the last couple of times I remember we lost in the playoffs last year against Atlanta. I'm going off the top of my head, right? I want to look at the actual number. I know we lost to Vancouver earlier this year. We lost to Seattle. We now lost to Charlotte. So we don't perform very well. So yes, no excuses. And on Wednesday, Ed Barta, no excuses on Wednesday because we're playing on actual nerves, on actual grass. Again, no excuse. But it is something to keep in mind for future games, especially in the playoffs. All right.
So we lost against Vancouver in May, no? Of last year?
Yeah, we also
and
lost.
We also lost to New
in
England,
New England,
I believe, last year.
3-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
those two are turf games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is guys. I'm sorry about this. Danny and I are both distracted. This is complete amateur hour.
All right. Well, let's see. I think
and we lost against Vancouver this year.
I think I just got Google to help us out. So against Atlanta, we lost September 16, 2023. Charlotte, we lost. Okay, so the two games in the Messi era in 2023, we lost on turf. And then in 2024, we lost to New England. No, I'm sorry, we beat New England. We lost to Seattle 3-1. We lost to Vancouver 3-1 last year. And then this year, I'd have to take a deeper dive to that. So, yeah, we don't play very well.
We just dedicated a small segment, Inter Miami versus turf.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that?
What if they lose?
Inter Miami front office.
What if they lose, Chris?
If they lose, it's over. Season's over.
What's over?
The whole thing.
You know that they're still in the driver's seat for leagues for the Supporter Shield, right?
So I was watching the Spanish show that you guys did. Okay, number one, Xavier, I don't like that you're such a Tadeo Allende supporter. We got to have a man-to-man talk about that. That's number one. Number two, okay, I love that you guys keep bringing up, oh, we're in the driver's seat. Oh, my God, we're still in control about getting Supporter Shield. Danny.
We are.
If the playoffs start today, we'd be facing off against Chicago for the 8th seed.
Okay, but that's because we have.
I'm just saying.
4 games in hand.
We're okay. 4 games in hand until it becomes 0 games in hand.
Okay, but we have to see where we're at when
because everybody on decision day is going to be in the same spot, and like we're still.
You know what I just noticed? Like we lost like 60 viewers when we were doing our little turf talk.
Oh God! I mean. Rubita, you're asking me to have common sense, and I am having common sense. I do understand that we have extra games. I do understand that there's a high possibility that we can still be in the driver's seat to be in one of the top 3 seats. But what I'm telling you is that recency with examples using my common sense of the schedule that we've just had, we've been getting shitted on. And we're about to play against a team that completely shitted on us. And we're in 8th place. God forbid if we lose, Danny, if we lose, that's going to drop us.
Chris,
are we still going to have supporter talk? Supporter shield talk?
We've played 26 games and we've lost 6 of them. So we lose about every 4 games. Okay? We just lost. Based off of the math, we shouldn't lose for another 4 games or so. Now, when you look at the rest of the schedule, I'm sorry, it's not. It gets, I don't want to say easier, but it does get a little softer. After I told you the hardest 2 games are going to be Charlotte and Seattle, and I said I want to get 4 points out of these. Unfortunately, that's impossible now. Do I think we win tomorrow? I don't freaking know because Allende has to play. But do I think it's over? No. The teams above us are also going to lose, Chris. Literally, the Supporter Shield leader right now, Philadelphia, they just got mollywopped 7-0. There's no team ahead of us that's going to keep winning. Teams are going to keep losing as long as we can take care of the easy opponents on our schedule, which are coming up, which are DC, which are Toronto, which are Atlanta, teams like that. We can and we should continue to win, and we can and we should continue to go up the standings. Am I saying we're going to win Supporter Shield? No, I can't say that based off of what we've seen recently. But am I going to say, oh my God, we might be in the 8th seed? Chris, come on, be real. We're not going to end up in the 8th seed.
But we're both at separate ends of the spectrum that are completely crazy. Like Sean is bringing up a good point. NYCFC, another stadium we never win in. And you're saying that it's a cakewalk? Like, yeah, we got DC United, right? It's a cakewalk. We could beat them at home. We got NYCFC that we play on a Rando Bando Wednesday. That's an L. We got Toronto, who's in reality, they pulled a fast one on us before. If I'm not mistaken, we lost against Toronto earlier in the season.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at something.
Did we not lose against Toronto earlier in the season?
Did we? I don't remember. Did we lose to Toronto?
You look that up. We played against Toronto and we tied against them. We tied against them in Miami. You're going to tell me to have some sort of optimistic? We tied against Toronto. Okay, and that was actually a game that we talked about and said those extra 2 points are going to be critical. And now we're about to play them again at Toronto.
Okay,
after going to NYCFC.
Chris,
then we're going to play against Chicago, who is a wild card. Then we're going to play against Campana.
Also. And you're worried about Campana? They just lost their manager. Caleb Porter just got fired. By the way, we're going to talk about that on the MLS show at 10 o'clock if you want to join.
Yeah, but guess what? When they get a new manager, you always say it. There's like a regeneration of the team.
I do for the first couple games
goals in the next 10 minutes.
That's like 3 or 4 games from now. So we don't have to worry about that. I worry for whoever plays them this weekend.
Guys, listen, Soccer Daddy, I'm not a dumpster fire right now. Okay.
And by the way, listen, and just to be very clear,
guys,
we got to be very clear. You said NYCFC would never win in that stadium. Guess what? The Yankees play in that stadium that night. So guess what? We're probably playing in an actual soccer field that night. No, I don't think we're gonna play in that stadium. Let me see where the
Mets what about the Mets?
Okay, but the Mets stadium is a little wider. Luckily, it's not as narrow as the Yankee Stadium.
The last time we went to Mets Stadium, Gonzalo Higuain was crying because he lost to the playoffs.
It might be there because the Mets are in Chicago that day.
Oh my God, we're gonna be playing in Queens. We're gonna lose. We just lost to the Queen City. Then we're gonna go up to Queens and lose. I mean, guys,
yeah, it's that city.
Like, are we making the playoffs this year?
This guy's such a joke. This guy's such a joke. This guy's such a clown. You're such an effing clown.
I mean, imagine a world where we don't make the playoffs.
That world doesn't exist, Chris.
We're supposed to be in a world.
I will bet absolutely anything in this world, anything, that we make the playoffs, Chris.
We were anticipating a world with many trophies. And you know what we have? Una cafetera and a croqueta plate. That's what we got.
What is that? But what
we
does
couldn't
that
even
have to
renew
do?
The League's Cup trophy. We have nothing.
Chris, I'm going to tell you. Usually, every season, 46 points, give or take, gets you in the playoffs. That usually does it. Right? Guess how many points we have right now with still 8 games to go in the season?
We have 46, but you know what? Chicago has 42. The Red Bulls have 40. And Campana can string up a good pair of games that can give him a
the Red Bulls
give them
have
a
40.
12
The
point
Red Bulls
swing.
have 40. Chris, if they get 12 points, they still end up with 44, Chris. That's still below us.
But they'll be fighting for
It's
that ninth
fast,
spot.
Chris.
I don't know.
It's-
You don't know. You don't know. I don't know.
So the only team that could possibly do something to get us out of the playoffs would be the Red Bulls, maybe. They have 40 points. They only have 4 games
Shadow
left.
Wolf, Jamaica's been doing pretty good, okay?
All right. So I still think we end up top 4 in the East. I still think we have a chance at the Supporter Shield, to be honest with you.
You asked me what if we lose.
Strictly, yes, I did ask you what if we lose. Yes, that is true. But you went from we lose to I said like
It's
tomorrow,
over.
not if
Throw
we
the
lose the
whole
next
season
8 games. Because you went to the extreme. You went to we lose tomorrow. That means we're losing the rest of the season.
All I'm saying is this doesn't feel good. And it hasn't felt good. And I don't feel good about the future right now. You're asking me to have some sort of like heightened optimism, and I'm not going to do it.
You know, we had, I don't know if you remember, we had Arsenal guy 2 years ago.
Yes.
We had Pedri Potter
Yeah.
this year. Every year we seem to have just one
Yes.
guy that just
a guy. There's always a guy.
a guy. All right, Chris.
And if they win, Danny, and
Yes,
if they win, Danny, guess what? I'm not impressed. If they win, I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed.
Yeah.
Despite having Allende, short week
But
against the team that just beat you 3-0.
It was the same thing that we talked about a couple weeks ago, where we said if we win, we're not going to give Mascherano credit. We're not going to say that Mascherano is the best coach ever. Like, if we win, good. You're supposed to win. With Messi, Busquets, and Alba, and Rodrigo de Paul, you should be winning.
Chris, you know, if we win
That's
tomorrow,
unexpected.
we automatically move up to the 6th place in the East.
Okay, that's nice. We're supposed to be up there, Danny. Like, we're supposed to be there.
Okay. If we win tomorrow, would you give a little more credence to we could win the Supporter Shield if we win tomorrow?
I really can give zero about the Supporter Shield. Like, the only selfish reason I went that is because I want to go to every playoff game.
Right. Okay. But let's revisit the conversation we just had. We said we don't play good on turf. So if we run into Charlotte in the playoffs, would you rather run into them at home or in Charlotte?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay,
better
so
at
it does
home
matter
instead of at Charlotte. But
so it does matter.
But there's other teams, like, obviously we have the best opportunity to be able to get the Supporter Shield. I'm not removing that. I'm not saying that that's something that won't happen. What I'm just telling you is that from past performances, it just doesn't feel like that's going to happen. If they win, we're a step closer to where we're supposed to be.
And Ruben right here with the bus comment, if you get Supporter Shield, you guarantee yourself MLS Cup at home. If hypothetically we make it to the MLS Cup final, right? Hypothetically, right? I'm not putting myself out there. Hypothetically, we do that. And we end up having to go to Vancouver to play in that skipping grass turf thing that they got going over there. How are you feeling? Wouldn't you much rather have that at home?
Of course.
I think Chase Stadium.
But I don't think anybody's debating
down with the trophy being raised in Chase Stadium.
I mean, I hope so, but that means that you are asking Mascherano to be a better coach, and you're asking for other players to actually play better than what they've been playing in the past couple weeks.
How did the home guarantee work last year? Well,
Sean Callahan dropping bombs. Danny,
well,
how about that?
unfortunately,
No, you're done.
They have that
You're
3 game thing because we won the first game, which is what you would hope kind of moves you along. And then Bright got injured. We ran into Guzan, and so be it. But are you really gonna let that tell you that you don't want to have home field because it didn't work last year? I still rather have that, even if it didn't work last year.
My name is Jiv. Says, yeah, Chris, that's how sports works. You ask your players to play better after they play poor. Yes, that's how sports works. You suck, go play better. And if you can't play better, then coach, you need to do better and put the right players to play better. That's how sports works. Yes. My name is Jeff. That's how sports works.
Do you have a prediction for the game?
I think we're going to lose. I think we're going to lose 2-0. It's going to be an embarrassment.
Okay. I don't see us losing. I don't see us
You don't see us losing. We just lost against Charlotte 3-0. We lost against this same team 3-0.
Right.
We lost against Orlando City. I mean, we beat Orlando City. That's the last success that we had because I don't even want to consider a tie with DC United a success.
Would you say that the Galaxy are the worst team in the league?
Danny, we don't have Segovia. We don't have Luis Suarez. We don't have
Would you
Fafa.
say the Galaxy are the worst team in the league?
Yeah. Okay. Payne still carries. Payne still carries.
I think Messi carries also. The Galaxy just drew with Seattle in Seattle. Okay. Now I know we lost 3-0, but
yeah, Messi really carries with that pen that he missed.
That's it. That pen is gonna. That's it. Messi's no longer Messi because he missed that pen.
Where's he at? Where's Rodrigo de Paul at?
And I'm not sure what goalpost I'm moving. Like I was out here before all of you guys telling you that this team was Messi dependent.
He is trying to do with the guy. He's trying to get
and everybody was like, everybody, oh my God, we beat Columbus. Oh my God. Oh, Danny, you're so negative. You're so negative. And now I'm too positive. How about I just call it right down the middle? You guys move way too much one way and then way too much the other way. Just stay in the middle. Just call it how you see it. Messi carries. If Payne carries, Messi carries. They're traveling across the country, Chris, across the country. They play on Saturday night, and they play on Tuesday night. Like that matters. It's a big trip for a short turnaround.
Are they here by any chance? Are they here already?
I'm not sure.
Do you know if they're here? Does anybody know in chat? Let us know. Are they here right now? Because this is the starting lineup here, Danny. There's no Segovia. He's gone. He's gone. Who are you going to put in for him? Who are you going to put in for him to win us this game? Who's coming in for him? Huh?
Is that
Daniel Pinter?
Available?
Yeah, but he's also in a body cast, Danny. You think he's going to come on and play the first game ever off of a body cast? Like, I don't know. Segovia's gone. So what are you going to do there?
Well, I have a feeling what they're going to do is
up?
Yes, I think what they're going to do is they're going to play with wingbacks. I think that they're going to play with 5 in the back or 3 in the back, however you want to look at it. I think you're going to see Falcon, Lujan, and Noah Allen back there. Mm-hmm.
Another thing, Aviles is gone because he had to collect on his backup. He said, I haven't played. I haven't started any games. I need to rack these puppies up. He's gone.
If I had to guess, I think it's going to be 5 in the back. You're going to have Noah Allen, Falcon, and Lujan in the back with Frey and Jordi Alba pushing up as your wingbacks. Okay? In the middle, you're going to have Busquets, Bright, and Rodrigo de Paul, as you would expect. And then you would have Messi and Tadeo Allende, unfortunately, up top.
And that's what's going to win you the game.
Yes. No,
Good
I
job,
never said
buddy.
win. I think we're gonna draw, but I wouldn't be surprised if we win. At no point do I think we lose tomorrow. I think we
Is
draw.
that
I think we
an
can win, and no way we lose tomorrow.
is that an acceptable result for you? A draw against Seattle?
On a short
home.
week with the depth chart that you just described to me, yes, I do. You just described to me how thin we are, so yes, I do think that that's acceptable.
Sean Callahan said there's 4 IMCF2 players in training today too.
So you're telling me
be
that it's
handing
not an
out
acceptable
contracts like
result?
Oprah.
It's not an acceptable result when you just read that? A draw, I think, is a good result. I think we're going to get a draw, but maybe we win.
It's Saga that he's saying draw is bad, but help in race. I mean, I guess because you're adding. Gus, this is exactly why I'm saying we're going to take that L tomorrow.
Chris, let's right now. Let's put a wager. I don't know what do you want to bet? I bet you that they don't lose tomorrow.
But Danny, like, of course, I want them to win. Like, you want me to put
I don't care what you want or what you don't want. Let's bet that they. I bet you that they don't lose tomorrow. What do you want to bet? I'll bet you anything.
I don't know what I want to bet.
Okay. Shaving beards isn't fair because Chris doesn't like his beard.
No, it's not that I don't like it. I like a clean cut. Like, I do this on my own. Like, I like clean cut beards. I don't want to look like a person that's out there in the wilderness. I like clean cut beards.
All right, Chris. So you think we're gonna lose? I think we draw. I think a win is possible, but honestly, I don't know what formation he's gonna come out in. If he comes out with 5 in the back with Frey and Alba contributing up the wings, I think that's a team that could possibly get a win against Seattle on a very short turnaround for them at home for us. So we'll have to wait and see.
Well, I'll tell you, like I said, I don't see a positive outcome. I would love for us to win. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, but then I got no kicks to give to him if I lose.
And then my mic works now.
Ask for a new mic, maybe.
I finally got a good mic. It's working now.
I got to get Xavier a mic. We like to be employed, Isaiah. I'm not gonna tattoo my head.
All right, Chris. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts is tomorrow's gonna kind of be very sucky, and I'm not looking forward to watching the game. I'm looking forward to it, but I feel like we're gonna get scored on in the first 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we come out with 5 in the back, I don't think that they'll be as good. We won't push up as high. We'll have those 3 backs playing almost like a safety. I think we'll be okay. We're not going to lose, Chris. We're not going to lose. My final thoughts.
We'll see.
Bring the NWSL to Miami. God damn it. Bring NWSL to Miami. And also get us to the media game so I can wear these bad boys.
But you need to make a hashtag for getting us to the media game. That hashtag matters more than this one.
Absolutely not. This is very important, Chris. Don't you dare minimize the women in this sport.
I'm not, but this is going to take longer to get to.
I don't know. It might be a longer shot us getting into that media game. I don't know.
Well,
What should the hashtag be? Get battered hair ons to the media. Oh, by the way, my wife just texted me. There's no way that I'm putting my beard in the wager. So, she says I look like a lesbian when I shave it, so that's not happening.
Oh my God.
All right. If you're listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please give us 5 stars, comment, review, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. You guys are absolutely the best. And help us out with these hashtags. Get NWSL. Chris, I'm tying you in, just so you know. If we get an NWSL team, there's a podcast coming with it. Like, We got to be
Okay, that's fine.
podcasting
I'm down
for the
for
lady
it.
hair on. Okay, all right. I don't know. You're minimizing the women in the sport. I don't know. And
I'm not minimum.
and-
No, you. Oh my God! Look what you just did. You just dropped a bomb on me.
Mhm.
Bat it out.
We appreciate it. And if you guys have nothing else going on, we're gonna go battered MLS fans on in the next couple minutes. So make sure you join us. We'll be talking Caleb Porter, the slew of hat tricks that we had on Saturday, first time ever, 4 hat tricks in the same day for MLS and a bunch of other stuff. So like I said, join us for that. Battered MLS fans in a couple minutes. So make sure you join us for that. So until the next one, which will be tomorrow night post game, have a good one. Where we'll be talking about not a loss.